presentation on rounding, the reviews that employees love. This presentation was originally given with 11 other presentations at the 2020 ABA Techshow, wherein all presentations were given in Pecha Kucha style, wherein each slide was no more than 20 seconds long, and they were highly reliant on images and not very much text in the traditional Japanese style. You've built a practice. You have clients. You have a sense of how to do it better than any other attorney. You're able to do this because your paralegals, your admin, your attorneys. You want a well-run practice. You need it. Your clients, your family, the ethics board, and your own standards require it. Yet, a well-run practice means you need your staff to be productive, able to communicate, drama-free, with little turnover. The anxiety of practice management is 10 times worse when you've got staff dysfunction, people quitting, having to go through hiring and retraining. Good staffing allows you to sleep in, and bad staffing has you up all night. Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Ludt, and in 16 years, I've owned and run 2 law firms. My current firm, Atticus Family Law, has a staff of 7. I know that it sucks to have unproductive staff. I know what it means to have bad staff even, and losing staff, with the worst being losing a great staff member unexpectedly. After years of trial and error, I've ditched quarterly reviews. I've ditched self-assessments and other HR tools. Instead, now I round. Named after the practice of doctors making the rounds, rounding is essentially defined as getting the thoughts of the employees to the same 7 questions on a regular and frequent basis and then acting on them. After polling employees from more than 400 companies, Quint Studer and the authors of this book learned that poor relationships employees have with their supervisors was the number 1 reason that people left their jobs. It wasn't their pay, it wasn't lack of promotions, it was the relationships with supervisors. Rounding was designed to fix that. In my firm, normal rounding takes 5 or 10 minutes with each employee. We do it once a week. On a monthly basis, we skip the short process in favor of taking 30 minutes to dig in further. While the normal process can be done weekly, you could do it a couple times a week, every day, or less frequently. It's up to you. First question, how have you been? This is a genuine inquiry into the employee's well-being and life beyond the office. Beyond the casework that's going to be done for the rest of the day or even the rest of the rounding session, you care about your employee, and thus you start by demonstrating your humanity by connecting with them. Next question. What has been working well recently? This verifies the good practices and policies for the supervisors. It has the employee modestly gloating about their good work and how well they fit within the organization. It's also a litmus test for dissatisfaction or dysfunction amongst that employee. The third question, what has not been working well recently, identifies the bugs, the problem employees, and the operational dysfunction. You're going to take note of what changes you think are needed, and this is also an opportunity to hear from them, the boots on the ground reality of what they think would fix that issue. After that, you ask, do you have all the tools or resources and tools you need to do an excellent job? This is going to reveal a great deal. People tolerate unreasonable workplaces all the time, but this question will quickly get them noting when they've got outdated software, uncomfortable desk chairs, without a certain database, or other deficits. By remedying these problems, which are almost always easy to do, you are responsive to your staff, and they'll be twice as happy with their job. What changes could we make firm systems that would make our goal accomplishment easier? Is a question that, in my experience, will take a while for the employees to meaningfully answer. This is why sometimes I tweak it to be, what is one small step we could take to improve our law firm systems, just to shake it up to get them to think about it differently. While it's not their job to run your law firm, once they start looking, they'll have valuable organization-wide improvements to offer that demonstrates the loyalty and commitment to the organization. You want to have responsive solutions to their prior concerns. It's not enough just to listen to staff's concerns. If you can fix them, you want to do so. Then in later rounding sessions, you report back to them what you did so they know and appreciate that it's fixed and that you heard them and you respected that it needed to get addressed. Who deserves recognition is each staff member's favorite question. People love to give credit, and they will love you for giving them the chance to recognize their coworkers. Further, this question informs the supervisor of the great work that perhaps he or she didn't see or appreciate, because it would really only be seen from that lateral and not top-down perspective. Last question. Is there anything else I would want to know about your work or employment? This is a rounded question that I added. This was not in the book. If there's a work or personal circumstance the employee didn't think to mention prior, it's my hope that this question does it. It's also a catch-all in case they don't think about the prior questions the same way that they were designed. Lastly, we close by summarizing the problems you're going to fix, and then using the staff member's first name, you verbally end by appreciating their hard work and thanking them for being a part of the team. In conclusion, making the rounds frequently and regularly and then acting on staff feedback will lead to greater staff productivity, better communication, and less turnover of those employees you want for the years to come. As an addendum, while we're dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, let me point out that as you send your employees to work remotely, where perhaps they've never done so before or not done so consistently, but now they've got kids at home, they've got a partner whose employment may be jeopardized, they've got parents that may be sick, they're going to have stresses and everything else. And therefore, you're going to need a more meaningful way to stay connected with them and to flesh out any problems. These sort of 7 questions, put to them on a regular basis, are going to do a whole lot more than a casual email put to them, let alone any sort of employee reviews or self-assessments or any other HR tools you're going to have. With that, thanks for giving me your attention today. If you have any questions or follow up, my email address is there. Thanks for your time. We'll catch you later.